Tara here, coming to you live from my office space here. I am on a site tonight and I apologize in advance. I'm going to have to make this video rather short tonight just because of some other commitments that I have going on. And I know I told you guys that I would be here at 9 o'clock tonight, but I have another meeting that I have to get to. But I really thought my day was going to be filled with some different things. And for some of you who are not as spiritual as others are into that aspect and would prefer spirituality not be tied in with business, you might want to keep moving on. But if spirituality is your jam and you really want God to rock you, this is a video that's going to be worth watching. My day has tremendously been touched by the power of God, and I can't help but give him credit for all things. And I was driving today, and by the way, if you feel led to share this video, please feel free to share it truly, because I want this to really be helpful, and I feel like somebody really needs to hear it tonight. And so I was like driving earlier today, and I started thinking, about the fruit in my own personal business efforts. And recently I had become a little bit more frustrated with some of my results. Not that I wasn't getting results. Obviously, I've been getting results. It's clear and evident. My Instagram is growing like crazy. I have people reaching out to me about, samples and different business stuff, and it's great, right? It's steadily building. I'm right where I need to be. But I was just a little unhappy and not feeling that fulfillment, and I kept feeling like something was really missing out of my work environment and out of my work days. And then I came to realize that the reason why my work life felt like it was missing or lacking was because I wasn't spending enough time with God. I would see something that I felt like it needed to be done, or I had to have it right, and therefore I had to get it all done kind of attitude. And I just really had to remember that my provision in business is not mine. First of all, it's God's. And secondly, we can inhibit ourselves from receiving provision when we don't fully trust God with that provision, because we don't trust him enough, which is a poverty mindset. And poverty is not just, I don't have any income. No, you could still have really good income and really good results flowing in your business. However, what changes with that is that when you're not spending enough time with God, you're not able to hear all of those downloads, and you're not able to hear the strategies, and you're not able to hear the wisdom or the knowledge or have that understanding that you may need to take that next step or to make that next move in your business. And it could really impact it negatively, because that one little tweak or that one little thing that you changed that made a difference could make a huge difference. It could change the outcome for you completely in your business. And so you have to be willing to trust him, which means spending more time with him. And I thought I was going to sit here and knock some things out in my business tonight, but instead I received a book in the mail today, and it was something that I won't get into it, but I had really been praying about some answers for. And recently, when I started feeling like that thing that was missing, I decided what made the difference for me before. Well, that was going back to all of the basics. And so I just made it a point that I was going to go back to the basics in everything that I did. And when I had results, what I came to realize is that Oh, it's because I was regularly plugging into spiritual development. I was regularly plugging into reading my devotions and reading the scriptures and seeking wisdom and counsel, because our wisdom and counsel shouldn't come from man. It should come from the Lord. Even in our business endeavors, all things should be given to him. All things should be submitted to him, not just, when we feel like, we need something from him. It's a level of intimacy to have him be a part of our business. It's literally like when we make him the center, God wants to impart and instill those strategies and give us that knowledge and wisdom and understanding, so that way we can really grow in our walk with him, even with our business, because really he's the one that's in charge of the provision. Okay, provision is not up to us. And if we think that it's up to us in order to achieve provision, we are sadly mistaken. And that will really lead to a huge pitfall in our businesses. Okay, because our business was given to us not because we were qualified. Our business was given to us because God ordained that business. He entrusted us with a purpose and a vision for that. He gave us all those things. Those are not things that just all of a sudden popped into our head one day, right? These are things that were, bestowed unto us because God felt, first of all, whether we were qualified or not, that we were ready. Secondly, he felt that he could entrust us. Third, he's also putting us through a refining and a season of testing. It's a process. Some of you are being really tested on your level of obedience. You can't just be busy taking action and doing income producing activity all the time. Sometimes you have to take a break from that and go listen to God instead of attacking it tonight and killing it, because I am a doer. Okay. And somebody brought that to my attention the other day. You need to stop doing and trust the process more. Actually, it was my mentor. She kicked my butt on the call the other day. It was crazy. I totally got my butt nailed, but it was great. So I'm so thankful I have her, because she really puts things into perspective for me. And I need that. I need to be lit with a torch sometimes, right? We all do. And so anyway, but I ended up, God placed a book in front of me and he's like, read this. This has your answers. So sometimes you have to understand that your answers don't come through the physical things that you think you need to do in your business, or that you think that is a good idea in the strategy of your business. Sometimes it's about handing it over to God. And did you ever think about asking him, exactly, Tammy, trust the process? Did you ever stop to think that the process is his process? Did you give him the reins? Oh man, I really feel this. Did you give him the reins and the control of your business today? Did you really hand those things over to him? Or did you just stay busy? Because if you stay busy and doing those things, it's not bad, but you can't hear from him clearly. You can't hear from him the way that you're meant to and you're supposed to hear from him. And so you have to be willing to take a step back. And it's not called lazy. The enemy wants you to think that you're being lazy, but you're not. You're getting downloads and strategies. You're taking time to prepare, and don't hesitate to set that time aside in your week. It doesn't have to, you should be doing you should be doing things with God every day anyways, right? But if he's saying, okay, I want you to, and sometimes he'll randomly give you downloads, write those things down. Make sure you have pen and paper handy, or when that thought comes to mind, go write it down. Okay. But you should also have strategic planning time where you actually take time in your schedule each week to write down those things that God gives you strategies and ideas on, and start working on them and taking action on those things. That may mean that you need to rest for a few hours, maybe an entire day. All you do is pray. You know what? That's still productive. That's actually sometimes more productive than taking steps and taking action, because you are taking action. But it may be even more powerful than you taking your laptop and reaching out to people or making phone calls and things of that nature. Sometimes we just need to go soak in the presence of the Lord and let him reveal to us what the strategies are, because the provision is coming from him. which means the strategies and the wisdom and the tools and the steps we need to take, they have to come from him. But we have to step out of the way of ourselves so that we can listen. If you're always busy and you're not taking time aside to listen to him, you're putting yourself as high and as worthy as he is. And that's idolatry. That's pride and ego. And we've got to let that go, you guys, because that's not God at all in your business, right? And yeah, I'm going there. Okay, so you have to be willing to let pride and ego go in order to hear clearly from the Lord. Okay, you've got to let those things go. You've got to say, today I was saying that. I've got these phone calls. I've got people I got to follow up with. But he was saying, no, just go with me. Just go higher. Don't be afraid to spend time with me. Go to a higher level. He was saying that spending time with him was of higher good and higher measure than anything that I could be doing in the moment. So I had to be willing to let go and again, trust the process. It's a perfect example of trusting him in the process. And so don't be afraid to make that time. Don't be afraid to set that time aside and just trust him for all of your results. Look to him, keep your eyes on him, even when things you're like, what, this doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know where I'm going with this. It doesn't matter. Just give everything to him and watch him reveal things to you that you could not have come up with. They have to be completely all of his idea. So just completely trust him with everything, including your business daily. Put him in the center, make him your focus. Let him show up and show off on your behalf. Trust him more than you trust what you think you need to do for the day. I really hope that this helps somebody. I know I took it more from a spiritual angle. I know some of you may or may not like that, but I definitely feel that this is something powerful, and this is a word for somebody that needs to maybe cut back on their hours, learn how to work smarter, not harder, learn the strategies and tools from a different angle and a different perspective if you have an open heart and you're really truly open to that. And I know some people are more open to that than others, and I understand that too, and it's okay. And some people will say, don't mix spirituality with business. Well, it's the only way that I know, right? It's the only way that's gotten me results, and I've been at it for 10 years. So, there's a reason for that. So, definitely am thinking about you. I believe in you. If there's any way at all that I can help you, I definitely will. So I'm going to leave my information in the comment section for you, first of all. And secondly, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to leave my business link in the comment section as well. My goal is to not recruit you into my business, okay? But if you are really wanting to learn more about what it is that I do, you have questions, you're struggling with some area, you're feeling unsatisfied, you feel like you're trying to go at it and you're not getting the results, and you feel the need to fix it, and you feel like you can't break that, then we need to get to the root of that, and I would love to help you do that. So please do click on my business link and watch the video, fill out the application. Let's connect personally, because you're exactly the type of person that I want to talk with, that I want to help. And that's just for those of you that feel led to go that direction, of course. So at any rate, it's been a pleasure and honor connecting with you. Our next live will be on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I will see you then. Have a great rest of your week. Bye for now.